Field of Dreams, Longboat Key. What am I talking about? Hi everyone, my name is Mike Rennick. I'm the team lead, the senior broker of Team Rennick. We're part of that great Mangrove Realty Associates family. My guest today is Mr. Steve Reed. Steve,
hey,
welcome.
Good morning.
Steve is the owner and publisher of not one, but two local newspapers, the Longboat Key News and the Sarasota City News. Let me start just with a little deviation. I'm in the process of trying to grow a beard, so I look a little scruffy. Bear with me as this thing grows out. So Steve, Field of Dreams, Longboat Key. I'm sitting
And you all could always look at me if you find that unbearable. That's okay. All right, well, anyway.
Field of Dreams, what are we talking
Well,
about?
Mike, this is an interesting situation. This is what you could call Longboat Key Town Center. Longboat, they've also named it the Village Green. What it is some acreage that the town bought a few years ago. And they paid, there was a restaurant, Howard Rooks had the Plaza restaurant. It was, and then he turned it into an Italian restaurant, Amore. And then there was a vacant piece of land. The town bought these two pieces. One of them was very swamp-like, cleared it, and the dream was to build a community arts center.
Yes.
Because the arts center on the north end in the village had closed. Ringling ran it at one time. Susan, who runs the education center, has indicated she's not going to do it until she's 95 or 100. She, too, wants to have a succession plan and maybe be part of it. So they thought they would get with Ringling and do this and had an agreement. That agreement fell apart 2 years ago.
It did.
So then the city was in the position.
And that left us with this lot of vacant land that we'd already purchased.
It went from, we're going to have this big community center that was going to be $18 million and have arts and studios and performance hall and maybe food, and it would connect with the town, to then we said, well, let's just make a field, make some paths, and then get what they call like passive recreational and activities.
Let's give a geographical perspective for just a second.
Sure.
This vacant land, now owned by Longboat, is located between the Mediterranean Plaza and Publix.
Yeah, it's behind Publix, between the tennis center, Publix, behind the post office. And it was about, we're in about $5 million now, about $4 million for the land. And now we've done designs, and they have approved to kind of further the possible usage of it, a big grandstand stage, a 50-foot stage, that'll cost about $400,000. The city has picked that stage as the right size for the site.
Okay.
They're paying Hoyt Architects to design it, but the town is tasking former Mayor Jim Brown, who's the head of the Longboat Key Community Foundation. They're going to try to get private money in the community to fund it.
Jim's a former architect, so he's the right guy to do this, to bring it together.
He's been trying to bring a community center forever, and I think they're trying to get a use for this site and then maybe do a bigger center down the road.
The only question, and we promise not to editorialize in these videos, just bring people up to date, but the question that some folks might have is what is really the use of this vacant land, if anything, owned by the city? So they're now moving forward, and they're going to put a stage on it.
Mike, this plan has evolved. At one time, there was the ULI came in and said the best use would be for a community center and preferably with arts. When that fell apart, the town is struggling to sort of make good with it, to do the best
use for this?
Yeah, they're trying to see if this will work and find something to tie all these parts of the town together. You got the churches, you got the temple, you got the post office. They want to find a way to create some walkability and some harmony. It's not the ideal vision of what it was, but they're really trying to create a center.
We'll have to see. So the next step is a stage. Is timing been approved when the project will kick off?
No, because the money's not there yet.
Okay, they have to raise, and they're trying to raise private funds for that.
What they've done is, by choosing the stage, now Jim can go to the community. It won't cost the town anything anymore. They'll go to the community and say, hey, do we have $400,000? Do people want to donate and support this? There's naming rights for people who want to give about half. So there's options. And then they've programmed some concerts in the park and some events to go here. Okay. So I think we'll see whether it catches and it becomes an extremely important part of the town, which I'm hoping. I want it to be a success.
I'd
we
love
all
to
do.
See this be a success.
Or if it doesn't, the good news is nothing they're building is really that permanent. So if down the road a bigger use emerges.
So we'll have to see how this comes. This is a good story to come back. Let's stay on top of it.
Yeah.
Keep folks up to date.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be
Steve,
a big
thank you.
stage here in a year, probably.
Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Until next time, we'll be back with another edition of Out and Around with Mike. Take care.